Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for Norn9 Var Commons, another episode along Natsuhiko and Mikoto's route. So, supposedly, Natsuhiko has lost his memory, and these two got really close last night. And I was really surprised and really jealous. But he was so sweet, and he was all teasing her this morning about it, saying he won't be so gentle next time. Oh, and he just made her some porridge that was like, he was heating it like ridiculously hot, and she's like, oh, I bet it's burned on the bottom. But it's of course because, you know, when they were on the ship and she made that excuse and said she liked her porridge so hot it would scald her tongue. So now he's kind of like stuck with that idea. But yeah, he dropped a couple little lines that kind of made me wonder, like if he doesn't remember the stuff with the stars, why does he remember certain other little details here? So, yeah, I don't know how much he's pretending, like if he's really completely amnesiac, or if he actually does have his memories back and he's just pretending to a certain degree. Alright, well let's see. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
The porridge will be done soon. Go sit down.
Well, hurry it up then. I am so hungry. I feel like I could starve to death any minute. Ugh, why say those things at this time of day? There will be no next time. I tried to cool off my cheeks with my hands. Even without looking at a mirror, I knew my face must be beet red right now. Come to think of it, that discussion about the porridge happened before he lost his memories, right? Yeah, that's what I said. So, then how does he remember it now? There was a sudden loud crash. I whirled to look in the direction of the noise.
Oh. Found ya.
There's the one person we did not want to see. A shudder ran up my spine. The fear I felt the moment he shoved me out of the ship all came rushing back.
Huh? Oh, hey. I've seen you somewhere before, haven't I? I'm not sure. Did Natsuhiko decide to make one of the village chicks his woman? Jeez, what's he doing screwing around while I'm off working my butt off?
Why are you pulling your guns on me? I didn't do anything.
Oh, well. Hi, honey. Here, allow me to say goodbye to you for him.
So he's just doing this to, piss Natsuhiko off. Barrier!
Huh? Well, that's weird. Oh, right. Oh, I remember. You're that chick who could use barriers. So, you're still alive, eh?
I ran to Natsuhiko. I have not used a barrier in a long time. It is much harder to hold them up. No, I must pull myself together. I need to protect Natsuhiko for as long as necessary. Natsuhiko lost his memories. He does not even remember his own name anymore.
What? He's an amnesiac now? Really?
Yes, that means he is no longer a partner in any of your nonsense. Leave!
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, well. Not much I can do if he doesn't have his memories.
It's not going to be this easy, is it?
So, when did you two get all buddy-buddy? It's not fair that he got to spend his time cuddling with a chick while I was working my tail off. Still, if he's lost his memories, then I guess our deal is off. I'll do what I want, thanks. And that means killing you, honey.
If you can get through the barriers. If you have enough bullets to wear her down. Oh, he's got a plan. See, I told you he didn't have amnesia. Or at least anymore.
Mikoto, when I give you the signal, drop your barrier.
What? Wait, does he remember my barriers?
Trust me.
The gleam in his eye was sharp enough to pierce through my heart. When I saw that, I understood everything. Ron, the gunshot, or maybe just the smell of gunpowder in the air. Something had brought his memories back.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Oh, bullets already?
That instant, Natsuhiko moved. He whipped out a gun and pointed it at Ron. Oh, Ron looks crazy here. Look at that. He's all like wild-eyed. He's really happy to be in this fight. He probably wanted to fight Natsuhiko for a long time. Silver and dully gleaming, it was his gun. How and when did he find that? I hid that somewhere he would never look. Ron finished reloading his gun in only a few breaths and resumed pointing it back at us. Both men held the same weapons in the same postures, only their expressions differed. Ron's usual lopsided grin had an edge to it, like he was enjoying every second of this. Natsuhiko stared coldly back at him, like he was looking at someone unworthy of his attention. Yeah, that's exactly how they both feel. They're both showing their emotions precisely. After a long, tense breath, they both pulled the trigger. What?
Hey, so you do have your memories.
How could he possibly shoot the glasses in such a way to break them like that and not kill him?
Man, that was mean breaking my stuff.
You irritated me.
Right. I'll go get your other disciple.
Your memories have returned.
Yes.
Now it is over. Our life here, everything. It is all over now. Natsuhiko will go back to being my enemy.
Nothing has changed. Memories are no. My love for you is still the same.
What? He pulled me into a tight hug. His body was warm against mine. His arms around me felt just as comforting as they had that night.
My love for you, my vow to protect you, nothing at all will change. The only thing that is different is I will no longer kill Jespers.
Yay! Oh, Chapter 7. Why'd that go so fast? Well, this was awkward. What the hell's going on?
Okay guys, everything's all ready to go. Let's go home.
Princess, what are you holding on to that tree for? It looks like you're hugging it. It is a hobby of mine. Hugging a tree? A hobby? Sheesh. Some days I just really don't get what you fancy pants rich folk think. Natsuhiko is wearing his old coat. Not that it is strange at all. I am back in my old uniform as well.
What? Your face is turning red.
It's nothing. Now I think I understand why he captured the attention of all those village girls. Really? You didn't get it before last night? Or at least in the middle of last night?
Ron, Setsu, what are you two doing here? What happened to the Norn?
Oh, that. So, the kids on the ship kind of figured out that I'm working for you.
You screwed up.
He didn't, Natsuhiko. Shiro Yuiga showed up on the ship. Shiro Yuiga?
If you want to learn the truth, then help me kill Shiro Yuiga. That's the name of the weapons broker. The root cause needs to be destroyed. Until that weapons broker is dead, war will never stop.
He is the leader of the army we were fighting. I'd infiltrated his army, so I was along when we went aboard the Norn. Man, you have no idea how panicked I got. I was sure he was going to off Ron. What about the others? Are they okay? Well, technically they are, yeah. But Shiro Yuiga used Ron's identity as the traitor to weasel his way onto their good side. What happened after that, I don't know. Then that man is deceiving them. Sakuya, everyone.
Ron, why do you think I gave you that gun? You had the chance to kill him. Why didn't you?
Look, I wanted to. I really did. But something got in my way.
That would be Kakeru, Shiro's son.
Apparently, one of the espers was Shiroyuiga's mole. I figured that was a bad sign, so I slipped out and followed Ron when he ran.
Who was the mole?
Sorry, I don't know any names. Besides, I only caught a glimpse of what happened.
Ron, you would not happen to remember by any chance, would you?
The mole was his son.
What? You mean it was Kakeru?
Didn't they break his brainwashing?
Looks like they couldn't. I managed to swipe that earring once, but someone came along and took it back to him.
What is going on here? Kakeru was the son of Shiroyuiga, and he was brainwashed?
He is his son in name only. There is no blood relation. Shiroyuiga likely kidnapped him as a child and brainwashed him into his puppet.
How horrible!
That the espers have sided with him has made this much more of a mess than I'd hoped. What is that idiot doing letting him pull something like that? Anyways, for now, I'll see if I can figure out what Shiroyuiga is up to. After that...
Aww. The white Hyoko came flying out to greet me. It was the Hyoko Natsuhiko had made for me.
Oh yeah, I remembered you really liked that thing, Princess, so I brought it along.
Thank you. Were you okay all by yourself? It's not gonna talk. That's odd. Usually it would speak to me using this little board. Natsuhiko's face. What is the matter? Is something not functioning properly?
Don't worry, Princess. It's working just fine. It's just that Natsuhiko would control it and...
Natsuhiko controlled it? How?
Natsuhiko and his...
sorry, my mistake. It's been left alone for so long that it might need some, maintenance. Yeah, that's it.
Oh. I guess it was left alone for too long. Natsuhiko, fix this poor thing, would you? It is important to me. Please.
Alright. Should I add some extra functions? Landmine sensor, maybe a flotation device in case of flooding, or an anti-theft alarm.
No, I do not need any of that nonsensical junk. Just fix it so that it is as it used to be.
Okay. Is it me, or has Natsuhiko changed?
Who knows? He looks the same to me.
Setsu, once we get back to our hideout, I want you to search not only Shiroyuiga's actions, but the whereabouts of the Norn too. Roger.
What about me?
I don't care. Nap, kill time, whatever. What are you going to be doing, Natsuhiko? Don't tell me you're going to tinker with that Hyoko in this emergency situation. I'll be preparing a weapon I've specifically designed to use against Shiroyuiga.
A weapon?
Oh, that sounds fun. What is it?
Okay, once I'm done looking everything up, I'll come help. Good.
Natsuhiko.
Mikoto, we're going home.
With that, he extended his hand out to me. Natsuhiko is building a weapon, one meant to kill Shiroyuiga. That is a good thing, right? Still uncertain, I took his hand. By the next morning, we had reached the house that Natsuhiko called his base of operations. Apparently, the skirmish that had broken out nearby had petered out while we were gone. Inside the house, nothing had changed. So many terrible things happened to me here, although I guess I must have liked it well enough for this to feel like coming home. I never thought I would feel that way about returning here.
Huh. Gutsy, considering that I hold your life in my hands.
How could I possibly trust anything you prepare? Just looking at it makes me lose my appetite.
I could feed you mouth to mouth if you prefer it that way.
Mouth to mouth, then. Do it if you dare. Try anything fresh with me, and I'll bite your barbaric tongue clean off.
It seems that the Guardian counts taunting men as a hobby of hers. Well, aren't you going to bite my tongue off?
Look at her smiling and blushing. Ever since we first met, he took delight in throwing me for a loop. I need to pay him back for that someday.
Why the heavy sigh?
Dodge the question. Nothing. There is no way under heaven that I'm telling him that I was thinking about that.
Liar, your face is bright red.
I said it is nothing, so it is nothing. Just stop prying and leave me be.
This is you we are talking about, you know. Of course I'm going to be curious.
Huh? Hey! Oh.
That stubborn contrarian streak of yours is irritating, but I think I'm coming to like it. It's even kind of cute sometimes.
Natsuhiko's arms wrapped around me tightly. What do you think you're doing? There are other people here.
It's not a problem. I'm quicker on the draw than either of them.
What does that mean exactly? Like he can just be up and look like he was doing nothing in seconds? Are you saying that you are going to shoot them? Stop fooling around and let me go.
Oh, I am not fooling around. I am always dead serious.
That is precisely the problem. Once he got like this, I knew there would be no escape from me until he was fully satisfied. Oh my god! The things that these two say in this route. And how does she know? She's only been with them like one night as far as I know, right? I had little choice but to let him have his way. Oh. Natsuhiko.
When I was young, I hated the Espers because they would perform the reset. Once the reset happens, all of humanity loses its memory. All our work, all our research, all our progress, it is all lost, all for nothing. I understood that it was a last resort in order to stop a giant war from happening, but that didn't mean I accepted the cost. Shiro Yuiga is the same. He creates weapons for his own personal goals and profit. To him, the Espers are just another type of weapon. Mikoto, to you the Espers and your powers are meant to protect people, to save them. But there are others who don't think that way. There are those who would abuse your powers for money and influence.
Natsuhiko's words stabbed at me painfully. I could hear how hate-filled they were, and they were aimed squarely at me. But his arms were gentle. They held me close softly and tenderly.
But, like you said, the Espers were chosen at what amounts to be random chance. Without their powers, they are just regular children. Though they bear great power, they still experience pain and fear and love, just like any other weak and powerless human.
Natsuhiko!
If the Espers die, their powers will be lost. No one will be able to abuse them.
Wait, so in these thousands of years that the resets have been happening, nobody who's ever had an Esper power just died?
Much of my life, I viewed them as just another weapon. In that regard, I am no better than Shiro Yuiga.
No, you are nothing at all like Natsuhiko. You have been fighting your whole life, right? You have sacrificed your own future to build one without weapons or espers for others. Is there anything that exists that all would agree is right or just? Is it possible to make everyone happy without hurting anyone else? To bring peace to the entire world without making even one single misstep? Nobody could ever accomplish that, not even a god. But now you have told me that you will not kill the espers. I'm so glad to hear that. Changing an idea, a belief that you have held on to your entire life, is not an easy thing. I know that all too well myself. No matter how harsh a path you walk, I will follow you. If you say to fight, I will fight.
Mikoto, you...
Keep me with you, forever. Please, do not try to do this all on your own.
I was happy living with you, leaving everything behind, running from battle, living in complete peace. I liked that life. I should have focused on keeping you safe, and let the rest of the world well enough alone.
I could hear the hitch in his voice. I could not see his face or expression, but I knew that inside he was crying. He is tired of all of this. He has spent so long hating Shiroyuiga, hating the espers, building weapons to combat them, instead of doing what he truly wants to. I am much the same. I wanted so much to help, to protect everyone, but somewhere deep inside I was tired of it all.
Mikoto.
Goodness, it is pitch black out. I must have fallen asleep.
Mikoto, come outside with me for a minute.
Of course. Stargazing. Tonight looks like it would be a lovely night for stargazing. It is very clear out.
Yeah. Wait here a minute, would you?
Sure.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Just do it.
You could at least give me a reason. It's a surprise. Natsuhiko covered my eyes with his strong hands. Hey! Why did you have to go and do that? Is there something you did not want me to see? One of his fingers twitched against my cheek. It seems that one hit the mark. Goodness, I can understand being terse, but he really needs to learn to explain himself more. I know he is not doing this out of any maliciousness. However, he certainly did not need to be this forceful about it. Is it time yet?
Not yet.
How long am I going to have to wait?
Dunno.
I came here to look at the stars, you know. If I have to stay this way until daybreak, I will make you regret it.
Don't worry, you won't have to wait long. It'll be another 2 hours at most.
You have to sit here with his hands over your eyes for 2 hours? What? You are telling me I could be stuck like this for up to 2 more hours? When he offered to add features to that Hyoko, I should have told him to put a bomb in it. After an interminably long wait, Natsuhiko finally pulled his hands away from my eyes.
It's here.
What is here? What is it, a meteor shower? It had better not be a wolf. Well, tell me what it is. A star gleamed brightly, and then it sailed across the sky in a glowing arc. Wait, that star moved.
It's not a star. This is a meteor shower. One this big only comes once in a millennium.
Well, you're really lucky then. A meteor shower? Those are not stars. And where are they going? Are they moving like Arcturus is, going to a place where they belong?
That sounds like something you would say. They aren't going to where they belong. They are just small rocks and debris burning up in the atmosphere.
They are just rocks.
A once-in-a-millennium meteor shower. And no one knows to come and see it. Society hasn't had the time to rebuild our knowledge to that point.
Was this it, I wonder? Back in the village, he said something important was happening in the summer. I guess even without memories, you never truly lose the things you care about most.
I've loved stargazing ever since I was little. Long, long ago, humanity could even fly up there, into space.
Humans flew up into space? Really?
Yeah, they launched rockets and satellites that let them observe distant stars. They even sent manned ships to land on the moon.
Really? That is so odd. All that sounds like something from way into the future, yet in reality it is ancient history.
For millennia, Ion has chosen specific humans and given them Esper powers, ceding them to the decision on whether or not to perform a reset.
Ion, that is the name of the person that we all refer to as the world, correct?
Yes, I am a descendant of the scientist who originally created Ion. There is a community of us that lives on a tiny island. We live there and maintain Ion, making sure that she is always in good enough shape to perform a reset whenever it may be necessary. I'm going to go see her. If Shiroyuiga has gotten a hold of Esper powers, the reset may be the best, most certain way of stopping him. But I also want to see what kind of future that humanity can build when left alone. I want to see a future where science and technology aren't abused to build weapons. That's the future I want to build and live in.
Natsuhiko was looking up at the sky, but I could tell that he was truly seeing something much further away. I know. I want to go with him. I want to follow him there and beyond. No matter what occurs. In the few days leading up to our departure, he had no time to spend with me. He was too busy building his weapons, weapons to stop a reset, weapons to stop a war from breaking out. He was so busy that he didn't have time for me or even the stars. Natsuhiko's strong, large hands were stained with black oil and grease. He used them to make weapons, but that is not what his hands were meant to be used for. Every time I thought about that, my heart clenched so tightly that I could barely breathe. Building weapons meant that he had every intention to fight. I had already seen how good at it he was. He would not fail so easily. Really? No, that's a foolish hope. It does not matter how skillful one is. Life is still a fleeting and fragile thing. I knew it was naive of me to cling to hope, and I called myself a fool for it. Now I truly knew what it was like to be one tasked with deciding a reset. If there was some way to bring peace about without putting people in harm's way, I would do that. But if human civilization kept needing to be set back to square one with reset after reset, we would never make any true progress. At some point, we would have to take that one brave, risky step into a new era. Natsuhiko believes that someday is now. I want to believe that he is right. Waffling back and forth between the twin poles of hope and despair, I finally settled on a point somewhere in between. I am going to follow him. I want to stay by his side to the bitter end. The day of our departure is finally here. Okay, and there we're going to end this video. So I hope to see you there in that next video. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.